Hello everybody and welcome to a new Let's Play. I am Kulukin Dragoon and I am going to Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. This is one of my favorite Final Fantasy games. I think 7 still takes the place. I just love 7 as it maybe just because it was my first one. But Final Fantasy IX is also quite a bit of fun. This is the other one that I played a good deal of when I was a kid. Not really so much Final Fantasy VIII, which is kind of surprising since a lot of people seem to play that and not play 9. But I fully enjoy this. I enjoy the characters in it. I enjoy the story, and a lot of the combat stuff kind of makes me happy too. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Sure is dark. So now we get access to our the main character we'll be using, which is Zidane. Guess nobody's here yet. Zidane was always... I felt like Zidane broke the mold for a lot of the Final Fantasy games, at least the ones that I played. Since I started out with Final Fantasy VII, and it's Cloud with, you know, the Buster Sword. And Final Fantasy VIII had, I don't want to light it. Final Fantasy VIII had the Gunblade, and then... There's the potion. And then just randomly it kind of felt like, oh, here's Zidane. He's got daggers. Light the candle. Who's there? Not me. It's me, Zidane. And here are a bunch of other characters. We actually get to use them at different points throughout the game, but they're not main characters. Hey, Zidane, you sure are late. Sorry. So, where's the boss? I ain't here yet. Uh-oh. It's a Dargan. So this is a scripted battle. Not really anything to it. All you really have to do here is it just kind of gives you a basic intro into combat, different things you can do. And all the characters that we have here can steal. And that's what I suggest doing. Just to start off, because you get a couple different things. A lot of the early game enemies are all scripted battles that you really can't lose, and most of them have stuff that you can steal. If you can ever get anything to be stolen. And a couple of times the bosses or enemies do have, oops, not that, one or two items that are, you know, the really, really good things that you can't get until later in the game, so you want to try and steal them now. Come on, so far all I've gotten that I know of is a wrist and a potion. There's the Mage Masher, I wanted that. Those are Zidane's secondary daggers. Whoa, that did a lot more damage than I remember. Alright, now he doesn't have anything, so now we can just go ahead and just wail on him. And don't worry about Cena, it's not a big deal. It's because the game decided it wanted to take forever to let me steal the Mage Mashers from them. So with the secondary characters that we can play as, oh, we won. They're only going to have attack, steal, and item. And the main characters will have different abilities depending on who they are. Hey, fools! You're looking a lot better. Alright, let's get this meeting started already. I love how everybody's just like, Cena was the one who didn't get back up from that fight. Here's the plan. Tantalus, the infamous band of daring thieves, that's us, is heading to the kingdom of Alexandria. Our mission, to kidnap the heir to the throne, Princess Garnet. I'll take it from here, so listen up. He has a really creepy face, too. Cena, I think Cena has the creepiest face out of everybody in the game. Our ship's about to dock at Alexandria. And when it does, we're going to put on our costumes. And perform I Want to Be Your Canary, the most popular play in Alexandria. I Want to Be Your Canary. It's a very interesting name for a play. Break a leg, Marcus, because you playing the lead. Leave the acting to me. Of course, the real kidnappers will be Blank and Zidane. I'll distract the audience from backstage with these little buggers. I can't stand gulaps. But I'll manage, so don't worry about me. And that'll be your cue, Zidane. And that's when I kidnap Princess Garnet, right? You bet. You're gonna kidnap the most babylicious beauty in all of Alexandria, Princess Garnet. I feel like the game is trying to tell me something. I just feel like it's telling me I need to kidnap somebody. But now we're going to cut away from Zidane. We actually get introduced to... This has got to be my all-time favorite black mage in all Final Fantasy games. Vivi! That's trippy. I always wondered, why on earth would you ever want a very large, reflective tower in the middle of your castle when there are airships? But that was our little bit of an introduction, so now we can get into Vivi's side of the story. I love Vivi. Oops. Vivi got knocked over. Vivi or Vivi? I'm trying to remember how to pronounce his name. You dropped us. Bye-bye. I think they pronounce his name Vivi in Kingdom Hearts 2, so that's probably what I'll be using mostly. But with Vivi, we can kind of walk around town a little bit. Every year it's the same. You're spoiling them grandkids, I say. But, oops. I found money. But there are a couple of cards hidden around the world here. There's the Fang card. And I'm not going to be doing a ton with the card game, just based on that can get very long and very complicated. So I might be doing some stuff with it later, but definitely not really early game as much. But we're going to try and pick up all of the cards that we can, and along with any of the items that we can here. Hey, stop running into me, Puck. Rat Kid. I already know what the Rat Kid's name is, so. Everyone's going to go see the play. We're just trying to find all of the items here. There's a bunch of items that they have hidden around here in early game, just to kind of get you ready for the battles that are coming up. There's nothing like major, but they basically end up throwing you into a lot of random encounters once you kind of get control of a couple of your party members after your time here in the capital. So the game does do a good job of letting you pick up items in preparation for that, so you don't necessarily have to buy a whole bunch of them later. Alright, what's this one? 33 gil. Money's always useful. There's the Goblin card. I think this is just a sign. Morning Star Bar. And today's half-price special, our original cocktail, Her Majesty. Have you seen Her Majesty? Nobody should be put anywhere near that. She is ugly. And here, of course, the bar. There's always got to be at least one bar in a Final Fantasy game. Busy tonight, but also be the last time we'll be so busy. Alright, come on, let me move. I want to go over there. There's the Flan card. I don't think I can... No, can't go upstairs. And 27 gil on the floor. I think that's everything I can do in here for right now. Anything else? Nope, alright, so moving on. There should be at least a couple more items in here, I think. And this is a item shop, yep. You can see we haven't bought anything. We already have 13 potions, 2 Phoenix Downs. We don't have any antidotes or eye drops, but I'm not going to buy any of those until a little bit later. We will want some antidotes, especially in the first area of the game. But we're not going to be super concerned about them, because we can also be a merchant there that we can buy some stuff from. So that's not a huge problem. Blossoms in Alexandria, so lovely. 3 heroic knights of Pluto. 3 knights who fought bravely in the 15th Lindblom War in 1601. So it's sometime after that. Because they are nowhere near. It's weird. Game keeps wanting to freeze when it gets up there. Married for 30 years, worked our ear ends off, and finally we can afford a ticket to the show. I'm so happy. So yeah, can't buy anything from him right now. But this is a synthesist's shop, which will come in use later in the game. What you can do is you can actually take items that you have and combine them together to get newer ones. So that includes better weapons, better armor, different things like that. And I can't get anything from it. And here's a good enough time as any. So you can see here, this is in my abilities. I don't have any right now, but I do have ability counters and things like that. So you notice that down there in the bottom right corner, it says abilities for different things. I'm going to leave that one off. And this one, you can see this is actually red, and it says 0 out of 25. Now, the way that abilities work in this game, this includes magic, or we get different abilities like bird killer, dragon killer, things that help us do more damage to different enemies. The way it works in this game is as we fight battles, we get AP from that battle. So if we get 5 AP, all of the things that we have equipped that need AP get plus 5 AP to it. So I need 25 AP, and then Vivi masters his fire spell. And once you've mastered something, then it doesn't matter if you have an item equipped with that ability or not. You will be able to use that ability at any point in time. Now, if you don't have it mastered and you de-equip an item that had it on there, you no longer have the ability to use that. It doesn't forget your 3+ cards in a safe place. Really? Where'd you hide them? I want them. But then you get the... once you get a master, that can be very useful. And it comes in handy because then we can pick and choose and deselect and select different items. What do you mean there's no vacancies? Yes, you see, really quite sorry. Well, I don't believe this. I have a reservation, damn it. Jeez. Yikes. City people are so scary. Vivi's afraid of city people now. But that's one of the things I enjoyed about the game was the... move. I don't remember where things are in here. But that's one of the things I do enjoy about the combat system in this game, was the fact that you can equip and de-equip different abilities per the battle. And so it actually becomes somewhat a little bit more useful, at least in my opinion, for... Instead of so much like, let's see, 8, where it was just, or not Final Fantasy 8, but Final Fantasy 7, what I'm thinking of, where you just had the items. You equipped the items, it wasn't so much a... and then you just did straight. The biggest thing to me aren't even so much the item dealing abilities, but you can get abilities like Clear Eyes, which means you can't be blinded. You can get an ability that makes you immune to poison. So you can do the ticket booth. Those are the things that really come useful. Is just so that all of a sudden these items like Clear Eyes, Antidote, Soft, they kind of become worthless because you have them and they can be useful, but they're not super needed anymore. What's this? There's something odd about this ticket. Why, it's another fake. I've seen so many today. No. Aw, Vivi. No, don't cry. I know how you must feel. Here, I'll give you these. Do try to cheer up now. So we get a Goblin card, another Fang card, and the Skeleton card. Talk to Alleyway Jack to learn more about cards. Good luck, lad. So we are going to be trying to talk to Alleyway Jack. And there's a mini game you can play there with the girls in the jump rope. Blast it! And this is the point, he blames Vivi for this. Hey, you made me miss, you little klutz. Don't know exactly how he made you miss. That should do it. Well, it's been a long day. So I am going to want to talk to Alleyway Jack. I do want to try and do his side of this. Are you Alleyway Jack? Do I look like that, loser? But I'll let you see the show if you become my slave. Alright. Awesome. Now for your first assignment. You guys stand over there and see if anyone's coming. Yeah, it's clear. Awesome. Engage according to mission parameters. This screams of a little kid just wanting to say things he thinks sounds cool. Before we leave, we want to talk to this guy. This is Alleyway Jack. Excuse me, but is your name Alleyway Jack? Huh? How'd you know my name? If you know who I am, you probably want to challenge me to a card game, huh? What? You don't know how to play? And you want me to teach you? Well, why not? I already finished one job today. Follow me, kid. So Jack takes us back to the bar. Whoa. And he teaches us the basics. Sorry about that, guys. I had a coughing fit. So you need 5 cards to play. To play the game, approach somebody and press the square button. I don't have the square button, but I can figure out which one it is. Some people may not be interested. In that case, move on to someone else. So how does the card game proceed? You take turns placing your cards on a 4x4 grid with your opponent. Sometimes your opponent card flips. That's because of the yellow arrows on the corners of the sides of the cards. If your arrow is facing the direction of your opponent's card, that card becomes yours. But if your current part has an arrow facing yours, a card battle begins. When several arrows face each other, multiple card battles may occur. You can choose where to begin the card battle when that happens. When you choose to begin the battle, it affects the rest of the battles to play out. Let's see, you can also use combos. Technical stuff. Combos are actually pretty nice if you can pull them off. You gotta be careful during a card battle. If your card wins against the opponent's card, all the cards facing that card's arrows are yours, which is very useful, and you can actually use that to get out of some extra battles. It's double-edged swords, because the same thing can happen to you. Perfect game. When you win a card game, you're allowed to take one of your opponent's cards. If you get perfect, meaning that you have taken all of your opponent's cards on the board, you get all of the cards that your opponent played in that game. Blah, blah, blah. You flip over, blah, blah. Take them all. Reach for the highest level. Collector level. Let me tell you about collector levels. Check your menu and go to Selection Entailed Card. You can check your collector level there. You level up as you collect more cards. Even I don't know what the highest collector's level is. And so let's go ahead and play him here. And so you see here, I have 6 cards right now, so I could play him twice. Alright, I want to take my flan. This card is almost completely worthless. It's almost completely worthless. I'll point this out. It has 1 arrow down there in the lower right corner. There are actually cards in this game, too, that I have seen that don't have any arrows. And that makes them even more worthless. Okay, so now we get to start, and we want to kind of choose this somewhat wisely. So you don't want to put a card... let's see here. You don't want to put, like, this card right in the... you don't want to put, like, this card here, because then it can do battle with a card here, but it can't do battle with a card up here. And so kind of pick where you want to go somewhat wisely. I'm going to put my flan here. And no card battle occurred there because although he put one where my arrow is pointing, he didn't put one where the arrow would be super useful. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And see, I lost. Now he gets a 2. He gets a 2 combo. Got the 2 combo. Bleh. And I'm going to put this here, and that takes that card back. Man, unfortunately, I don't have any more those, but I can put this there. And this one, I'm going to put there. So, yeah, I'm going to win this one irregardless now. And I get to pick one of the cards that I took. And I'm going to take the skeleton here. Or the zombie, excuse me. Oh, and end the card game. Yeah. I don't want to do a rematch. Alright, and I think I understand. It's the only town where I'm called Alleyway Jack. I'll go by other names elsewhere. They're also just aliases, of course. You want to know my real name? I'll tell you when you get better. I would like to actually figure out what his real name is, because I never did that as a kid. But that's something we'll get to that later. Alright, I'm going to get back here to the main square. And then I'm going to end off the episode. We've been going for a little while here. So, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time as we get into the play itself. And we're going to have some fun in that, hopefully. So, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and take care.